These three tips are going to affect how you help your teen with ADHD do their homework after school. It's such a hard thing. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you thrive as a mom who has a teen with ADHD who's struggling with their homework. So I'm an occupational therapist. I've been doing this for 18 years. And what I've recognized is that if you really want your teen to be successful, when they're struggling with ADHD, is that you need to get in and you need to change how you are doing things. You need to change your life. You need to change your strategies, and you need to be able to change your home. So here's things that I have found in my life that have been successful with my daughter who has ADHD, and I know that they work with other people, and I want them to work with you. Here we go. First of all, you need to understand a little bit how the brain is set up. When we have our typical brain, we have information that comes in, it gets all sorted, it goes up to the higher centers of the brain so that we can make sense of it, and then we can plan and act. But when we have a teen with ADHD, part of the trouble is that when the information comes in, some of it gets jumbled around, some of it gets lost, and a lot of the time there isn't enough information to be able to get it up so that we can really focus, which is why we have all this bouncing around. If we're talking about boys, if we're talking about girls, it's this feeling of anxiety of getting lost or not being able to start an activity. And you can see a mix between the two of those things. Now, when your child is becoming overwhelmed, what we want to do is we want to make sure that they have the right information so that they can be supported through processing, but we don't want them to have so much information that they become overwhelmed and the system breaks down. So we want to find a balance between the two. Too little information equals chaos. Too much information equals chaos. And so here are your three tips. First of all, when your teen gets home from school, don't try to have them jump into doing homework right away. Their brain needs a break. They've been focused all day long. And one of the strategies that can help is to have them do something active. Maybe if they already do this after school, if they engage in a sport, if they do some sort of other activity, if they walk home from school, those are all fantastic things to give their body and their brain more information to help decompress and help re-alert and recenter themselves. Or they can go and have some downtime. Maybe they can do some chores, but be careful about asking them to do too many things that are structured. Give them some downtime, but encourage them to do something that is active, that is going to get their muscles moving, their body moving, and this is going to prepare their brain to be able to focus and be successful again. Secondly, you want to make sure that there's a space in your home that is free of clutter or free of distraction. This doesn't just mean, hey, I have this bare table and they can be at the table. Also be aware of what is on the walls around them. It is very busy. That can be very distracting. And also be very aware of the type of noise that is around. Are other people in another room watching television? Are other people in another room talking loudly? Are people walking through the room as they're coming through into the house? If so, find ways to limit that. Find ways to decrease distraction. Can you put up a curtain so that if you need to, if it comes down to that, can you put up a curtain that helps screen visual information off so that they aren't so overwhelmed? I love my daughter, my middle daughter with ADHD. She likes to paint. And her painting style, I think, is so reflective of a girl, a teen with ADHD. Her paintings are very simple. They're beautiful, but they are very simple. This color, not a lot of business, not a lot of blending, not a lot of complexity, but they're beautiful. And it so reflects her needing to have things decluttered, simplified so that she can focus, and when she does better with her homework. Now, the next thing that you want to be considering is, what are you doing as a parent to help them be successful? I'll sit down with my daughter and she'll say, Dad, I don't know what I'm doing. I have this problem. I have this homework. I have these things. And I say, let me just sit with you while you do that. What do you need to do first? What comes next? I'll just sit here and read while you're working on your math, on your writing, on your whatever. Because when we co-engage with them, when we co-regulate with them, it helps them start tasks that can be very frustrating and very difficult for them. This is probably the biggest point. Those are your 3 tips for today. But the biggest takeaway from this is that you need to change yourself, which means that you might need to let go of things that you are wanting to do yourself, your own routines, your own habits. I don't have to sit here and do homework. That's not my schoolwork. But when you are off being busy and doing other things, your teen is suffering and becoming frustrated, and then they don't do homework, and then you become frustrated and you become dysregulated, and you're challenged as well. This is what I want you to do. I want you to try these 3 strategies. Go back, rewatch this video, write them down. I want you to try these 3 strategies, and then I want you to leave a comment if you've tried them already, or after you've tried that, come back and write a comment and let me know how it goes. Or I want you to connect to me directly. Reach out, follow the link below to schedule a meeting with me. I want to know how you're doing. I want to know how I can support you and let you thrive through the parent coaching program that I have. Homework for teens with ADHD it can be a challenge, but it doesn't have to be. And it doesn't have to feel overwhelming, and it doesn't have to feel like a power struggle. There can be peace, there can be happiness in your home with you and with your teen, and even with homework. I'm excited to hear back.